Hello everyone, welcome back to Hexahedra. Still just playing the demo here. We have rearranging panels. What's this all about? You can take cubes apart. So I looked at the store page again to remind myself what kinds of things we might be getting into in the real game that are more interesting than cube merging. Cube merging was okay, but so far it's all very linear, like you just have a machine and like some steps and you tell the machine do these 10 steps. There's not any kind of like control flow, I guess I would say. And the store page shows like you have grids of workstations that are somehow cooperating with each other to do something, and there's apparently some kind of branching. So it does get into being more about programming and less about rotating 3D shapes eventually, I guess. Anyway, Dentar's sad because they have the wrong panels. Okay, whatever. There's nothing meaningful in that text. Adding and removing panels. Put the wrong panels, the cubes are built wrong. Two wooden panels are next to each other, but they're supposed to be on opposite sides. Ooh, the panel storer. That's a device. When triggered, okay, so it's a stack that can hold up to 3 panels. Got it. And if you activate it while a panel is facing it, it removes it. If you activate it while no panel is facing it, it spits it back out. Okay, I don't need to read this text. I understand what it does. Use a panel store to rearrange it. Yes, so we have that and that. So we need, let's see. So this is the top and the front that we have, huh? Which means the top and the back are the faces we need to change. Alright, I mean, there's a way to do this with just one device, but I won't. I'll use panel storers there. Oh, but we also, no, the one on the front we want to leave there. The one on the top we want to move to the back. So then we need my input thingy, my output. So start by taking input, popping off the top and back panels, rotate it up, put the back panel on, and then up 2 more times and put the top panel on, and you're done? Right? Does that make any sense? Ta-da! Okay, great. Simple enough. And indeed, you could do it with fewer devices if you wanted to. But I won't. So it would just mean more rotating, I think. Okay, there's a clang, whatever, something tiny goes around. Black liquid. Okay, in charge of bigger production lines. Got it. Multiple workstations. Okay, so now we see how that works. Combine some metal and wooden panels. Work with the 2 materials separately and merge them at the end. Okay, if you say so. Metal panels. Okay, is it like, yeah. Okay. So these are the same, just a different orientation, right? I guess it'd be easier if I did this. Oh no, right. The point is they're different, and we needed to change it so that they can then slot together. Okay. I have a weight. A weight cube pauses until it has a cube to work with. A weight cube arrival. Doesn't count the cube you're already holding. It waits for more of a cube to arrive from somewhere else. Okay. Send cube. Got it. Cubes must not collide with devices. It takes 2 steps for a cube to complete its move. Okay. But if the cube has only 1 panel and isn't straddling 2... Okay, so... Alright, fine. So very niche for it to be allowed. Okay. Rearrange, merge, and ship. Oh, these are not new commands. This is just your description of how to use the new commands you already told me about. Okay. So... this comes in like that. So we want back, bottom, and front. Which means peeling off this thing on the left. Then rotating like... peeling it off of the left. Rotating this way to put it back on. And I assume cubes merge when you deliver them like this? Okay, so let's have some storage on the left. Because clearly the first thing this is going to do is trigger the sorcerer, trigger the left panel, and then, as I was saying, rotate left, and then trigger the left panel again. Let's just run that much and make sure I have no mistakes there. Yeah, so that looks good now. And then we just have to rotate it so that it can be accepted here, I guess, which would be like... rotate counterclockwise? Probably? And then you are gonna have to rotate your cube so it's okay. We need. Oh, we already have a sorcerer. So trigger your sorcerer. All right. What is the cube gonna look like when we get to here? It looks like that. So we want you to have back, right, and front faces showing, right? You can't do that with a single rotation. One rotation that would work would be down and then right, I think. Right, if I take this, rotate it down and right, it looks like that, which perfectly fits this guy. So you are gonna go down and right, await cube arrival, and then deliver the cube, right? And I need to make sure, actually, these two... Well, I don't know. I guess, as written, I still don't understand how, like, blank spaces interact. Like, I don't know. Okay, so they're not... Well... Is this okay? No, right? Because it's about... I mean, okay, it worked this time. But we need to make sure they have the same length of loop, otherwise this guy's gonna get ahead, right? He's getting ahead by one tick every cycle, because this guy takes longer to... Well... Is that a problem? Maybe it's fine? Am I stupid? No, I guess it's fine, right? They're each on a loop of 10. They were just offset a little bit. So we can make it faster by adding some, like, go back to homes here. So that they spend less time waiting in between cubes. That'd be more instructions, but fewer steps. But as is, it works. Okay, whatever. I'm not competing on these leaderboards. He's frowning. Uh-huh. It's trying to pick me up, a robot. Alright, all this, like, so far I don't care anything about the characters or the plot. I would be talking to Osha, though, in real life. Merging. Some scrap cubes to fill an order. Do some rearranging. Synchronizing. Good. So that was something we could have had some issues with last time. Okay, sync left and wait until the guy on your left does a sync right. That makes sense. Got it. So, what are we supposed to do then? We have these two sort of monstrosities. And I mean, this arrangement of these guys is perfect. We want exactly that in the output, right? No need to do anything. So what we need to do here I see. So my first thought was, okay, let's just delete 2 of the panels from this. Let's say this one and this one, because these 2 are already opposite each other. Rotate it so that it's in the right position, and then slide it over there, then pull in a new cube. But the point is, you can't delete panels, or at least we don't know how. We have a storer, and it has a finite supply, right? Or finite buffer size. So what we have to do is, for each one of these cubes, we're gonna take in 2 of these cubes and produce 2 outputs. So we'll peel 2 panels off the guy, save them away, send the 2 remaining panels over here to merge. And then we'll take those 2 panels back out and assemble our like second half cube from the original cube we were given. And then ship that over. Okay. Cool. Cool. Do I need to... Well, so obviously you can do this with just a single panel storer. And I think that that's fine, right? So let's do that, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll find out why it's a bad idea later, perhaps. But so we want to trigger our sorcerer, which is indeed locked. Then trigger the left thing, ripping off this panel. Then rotate, so this one... Oh, I'm always confused about how these are oriented. No, it's front and right that we don't have. I always think of this as the top face, but it's the front face. This is the front face. So the back face is this one that we need to remove. So we can rotate right. Activate the panel thingy again. And ship that cube over. So let's just make sure that's worked out okay. I mean, it is as long as we rotate this cube a bit. So let's work on you. Trigger your input. And we're shipping you one with just the top and bottom, I think, is what I saw. Yeah, so we need to rotate this a bit. Await cube arrival. And then ship it, right? Get a new cube. Now over here, we have to reassemble a new thing. So trigger the left thing to get a panel back. Rotate twice in pretty much any direction at all. Well, no, not up or down, because that wouldn't make a difference. Trigger left. And then send it, right? So this time... we're giving a cube in a different orientation in the second go around, right? Here we sent a... Hello? What? Don't replay error. Why is that an error? That looks that's what I wanted to happen. There's nothing on the top or bottom here. And this is only top and bottom. Shouldn't they slide together? Did I not learn my lesson about how cubes are merged? Cube collision. I guess the issue, sort of, is that, like, you can't slide over faces even at orthogonal angles. Which I think means, if that's the case, that I could only ship a quarter cube at a time? Or a single panel at a time? Because surely I couldn't just rotate both of these, like, I don't know, clockwise or something, and have it actually work. Like, that sounds to me like an even worse error, not a better situation. But just in case, let's try it. So now I've got gaps like on the left and right side that I'm attempting to fill with this guy that's only a left and right side. I don't think this will work. Indeed. Okay, so we can only... Don't replay it. We can only ship one piece at a time, which seems crazy to me. Okay, well, screw all this then. Let's see. Well, it means we're gonna have to feed 3 pieces into this guy, right? So... starting there, we're gonna need to rethink. And actually, we should really just redo this whole thing, because I want the panel store over on the right. Do I? No. I was thinking because if I never want to ship a cube that has a panel on the right, so removing from this side before shipping will always be good. But most of the time, I'm adding a panel before shipping. Only one time in 4 am I removing a panel before shipping. Okay. Let's trigger this guy. Removing the left face. And now it almost... Oh. It almost doesn't matter which... I want it on the left because that's where I'm spitting out things to be most efficient. So I've removed the left face. Now, one rotation away would be the back face here, which would be a rotate right. And then, no, this isn't the, this is the front face. So this is actually the top. So clockwise or counterclockwise, I guess, is fine. Alright, let's just visualize it. I can't keep in my head how it's going to look after this. There's 2 panels left. And the only one that's a single rotation away from being over here is the one that's in the back. So I want another right rotation, yeah? Yeah. Trigger left. After which I have a panel just on the... I've forgotten. Just on the back. So I want to rotate left again. Or right again, rather. And then send the cube away. So this guy then wants to receive a new cube. Rotate it so the blank front face is actually on the left. Wait for a cube. Do 2 rotations in more or less any direction, but not up or down. Wait for another cube. Ship it. Get another cube. Well... Actually, I just want to... Nope. No. I want to do all this. No. Oh, tab... How the hell does... Okay. I can't remember these wacky controls. There was a tutorial on them. But there's not like... Also, this is a lie. There's not a controls page. Show all command tracks. No. Hide. No. No. I want to be able to paste, but in reverse. And I remember that being some wacky control, like tab or something. Apparently tab is this. And you would think... So, hang on, you're supposed to hold shift while picking up to copy. And while copied, hit tab to... So, yeah, and of course I need to actually do this. So this guy has a sort of easier job now. He just needs to, like, repeat. Oh, hang on, wait. I've only sent one cube to the right. Is that correct? Yeah, because I've peeled 3 panels off of it first. Got it. And we could sync up, but first I'm going to see whether we can just not do that. Okay, that doesn't just automatically go to the right place. So now all we really need to do is peel off the left guy. And send it right. So we need to make sure we don't, like, deliver cubes faster than this one can accept them. I'm not sure which one of them is actually faster at the moment. There's definitely a delay in getting this one started, but I'm not sure how their throughput is. Ooh, just in time. Okay, so I think what we have to do then is throw a sink in here. I mean, obviously there are ways you could do without, like just have 5 steps of doing nothing. I guess why not? Wait, did I not finish this one? So you received it, and you shipped it off. You asked for a new one. You rotated it. And now you're waiting. Okay, so this is when you're in position, here. To receive a new cube, which means you could send one starting on, like, 8, right? Which... if we did this, it would be sooner still, yeah? There's a button to, like, go to here, right? Yeah. So if you started delivering on 6, I think you'd be okay. Something like that? You got a new cube. You rotate this just in time as this guy's getting it sent. Rotated just in time again. So actually, maybe we could deliver this one a little sooner. But this one is delivered. Well, does that work? Yeah, this rotates it into place just as the thing's arriving. A collision is about to occur. It was waiting. Oh yeah, it got the cube way too soon, right? If I do that, maybe? So it doesn't end up mattering, like... that I got this one in a little earlier. I still have to wait. Nope, this is just wrong. I thought it was working a second ago. It needs... I need, like, one of these rotations before... So what happens here? You get your box. You rotate it. Yep. Oh! It doesn't need to await cube arrival, but okay. If I can... Of course. The cube can just arrive and it'll be like, great. But the fact that I told it to wait for a new cube means it's waiting for... Okay. So I can just take that command out and speed things up. Right, not every cube deliver has to match up perfectly with the cube arrival. If we sync things up perfectly. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we can shrink this loop a little bit by just doing that. No. That? That, I guess. And they're both on exactly the same sync now, right? So... like, this process will complete successfully every time. It's not efficient, because this workstation has to wait a while at the beginning for this one to deliver its first cube. Very reasonable. Nothing we can really do about that. Except that in loops after the first one, we still wait for this one, even though it just spent a bit idling when it could have been doing work, right? So we could speed this guy up. I mean, one obvious example would be this. Although I think... well, moving this all over so that we do this sooner would actually slow things down. Which isn't desirable. So, okay. Let's just say we put a home there, right? Then this guy starts its next run while this guy's still, like, getting warmed up. And we don't break any cycling because this guy's still waiting for a new cube. So that's strictly faster. I feel sure we could do better. Oh, also, I guess I don't need this await cube arrival anymore, now that I realize that you don't always have to do that. So let's back up, please. So it waits for that first cube. Rotates. Rotates just as something's getting there. So we don't need this at all. We could get rid of that, right? And that would save us. I mean, we could afford to speed this up a bit as well, I think. Actually, just do it one step at a time. Okay, so and now this gets attached while this guy is... This guy has to wait a sec anyway, but at least he can be productively switching tracks while he does so. Ship it off. Get a new cube. Rotate. Rotated too many times. Oh, no, it rotated the right number of times. This cube was just late. So if we take that over to there. This is very like spaghetti code, I guess. In that it relies on very precise timing details for correctness. But yeah, what can you do? So what about this track switch? Is this here at a useful time or an obstructive time? It's at a good time because we need to wait for this guy to rotate to get in place anyway, right? Or I guess we don't? Hang on, back up. So this is in place. Yeah, I think I could actually afford to send that earlier, right? The problem is there's only so much space on this track, right? I have to do a switch down at some point, and this is, you know, tied for least harmful, I guess. So I'm sure there are much more efficient ways to do this in all three dimensions that are measured. Oh, not devices, that's true. Steps and commands. I guess those are the only two I'm... Okay, whatever. So we're not going to do another level right now, but what's up next? Chasing efficiency. Branch. Shaken branch. I'd like to learn about that, at least, before I ride off into the sunset. I'm not like having a bad time. I'm just like, you know, this isn't the interesting part yet. And so I understand they have to teach me to walk before I can run, but I would like to see what running is like. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.